We are in Situation Room, and today we are talking about a real life situation that typifies why couples miscommunicate. You heard that, right? Why you may be miscommunicating with your spouse. If, go out on a limb here, you and your spouse ever miscommunicate, go to the browser, type a one. I should have a lot of ones there. Go to the browser, type in a one. Also, tell me where you're from. But go to the browser, type in a one if you and your spouse ever miscommunicate. So let me run this situation down to you. So a couple comes into my office, brother, we ain't having sex. She's like, wow, that's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about. He says, we ain't having sex and it's a problem and she needs to fix her attitude. She just doesn't want to have sex with me. So I'm like, wow, look. Then I said, ma'am, you don't want to have sex with your husband? You don't want to adult with your husband? She's like, I love my husband. I think he's sexy and frankly, I enjoy it. He says, you're lying. I said, she's lying. He says, yes, she's lying. She says, I'm just tired all the time. He says, no, you're not. You just don't like sex and you don't want to have it with me. Situation, real situation, right? So, why are they miscommunicating? They both say they want to have sex. They both say they want to have sex with each other. They both say they're lying. So, let me give you a real simple solution of why couples miscommunicate, and that is because they don't get to each other's why. So I say to her, he says he's offering to have sex with you, he's trying to come on to you. Why are you saying that's not true? She says, well, the problem is this: I'm tired. I'm with kids all the time. And I work from 8 to 5. He works from 3 to 10. He works from 3 to 10. And I'm like, okay, sir, is that causing the problem? He's like, no. She says she's tired. I'm like, but she's got to be tired when you come home. No, she's not. I say, why? He says, the reason I say why is because I offered to give her a spa treatment with her and her girls. And she won't do it. So she can't be tired or she would take it. People get real simple. And you know what I mean? When you're thinking about your spouse, you get very simple about their point of pain. Usually you're right, they're wrong, and neither of you are affected. So I said, ma'am, has he ever offered that? She said, yes. I said, brother, you brother of the year, but let me hear the rest of the story, right? She said, the challenge was when I came home, the kids haven't eaten all day. They're tired. And I go from being happy and relaxed. I'm straight on mom duty. And so we talk. Well, what's the way to fix it? She says, look, we can schedule these. Let's just get a babysitter as part of that package. So when she comes home, the kids have been fed. They're not tired. Stop. Pause in your seats. If you've ever miscommunicated like that, type a one in the browser because we have to get to each other's why. When you try to tell your spouse what your needs are, if they don't accept your why, does your communication get better or does it get worse? I ain't going to wait for the answer. It gets worse. I say that to say a lot of times we do a trump on our spouse and say that's fake news. We think they're going to back off. We think we're going to change their mind. Something worse happens. What happens instead is they say, you're not going to fix this. You're not going to fix this. And I have to decide, can I make my life with you based on this not being fixed? And we start to develop the second part, which is a trust problem. I'm going to go back to this, which is a trust problem. And we start to get to the point where we don't give each other the benefit of the doubt. So let's walk through this. First of all, have you ever tried to tell your spouse, this is why I'm not giving you what you want? And they say no. Like in this case, I'm not having sex with you. And I caught his attention. She said, I'm still attracted to you. Can't fix that. She likes sex. In fact, she needs to have more sex with you too. If that's a lie, I can't help you, right? So that's the good news. But when we start telling the person there's no truth, we miss that. So what I'm saying to you, if your spouse is telling you what their resistance is, I want you to reframe it. Y'all know what I'm saying? I want you to reframe it. Be present. Don't be so hurt that we don't hear them. Yes, we're frustrated. They are too. I said it's a trust problem because we have to trust that both are trying to fix it. They're trying to fix it. You're trying to fix it. So what I want you to do is simply acknowledge it. Yes, babe, you're tired. And when he said, yes, you're tired, she relaxed. What could I do for you not to be tired? They came up with a solution. The solution was, hey, in addition to getting me a spa treatment, get me a babysitter. Boom. I'll be honest with you, this couple had sex that night. His problem was she wasn't saying he was a great husband for trying to do his best. She wasn't acknowledging him. Once she acknowledged that, boy, yeah, not many spouses would do that. He instantly felt like King freaking Kong here. And so I want us to try and do this simple 3-part thing. I want us to try and do this simple 3-part thing to address our communication challenge. So the first is, instead of saying fake news, I want you to say, you know what, babe? You're right. We're not having enough sex in this case. I want to have sex more. I want you to acknowledge their point instead of saying fake news. You're right. You're exhausted. Let me fix it. Oh, you tried to fix it? Yes. But the solution wasn't enough. Let me get you child care and give you this spa day. So what happens is the third part. Instead of trust being lost, trust is now built. People are funny. We think to change their mind, we need to say our position louder. Actually, we just need to say their position louder. Once we say their position louder, their hearing gets better. It's quid pro quo. One hand washes the other. You acknowledge their view, they start to hear yours. They acknowledge your view, you hear theirs. Anyways, I want you all to try this. I know I've said a lot here, but there are 3 things. The first thing I want you to do is simply figure out what's their why. Because telling them their why is fake news is why you are miscommunicating. I want you to say, what's their why? I want you to just trust. Give them the benefit of the doubt. If that's your why, you're tired, I accept it. If you want to have sex with me more and you feel rejected, I accept something's making you feel that way. So I want you to acknowledge it. And the solution is you'll start to communicate better because quid pro quo, one hand washes the other. So I want you to try this simple thing on a problem that you two are having. Maybe not your biggest. You might need a third party for that one. But give it a shot and go to the browser and tell me what happens. Anyways, this is Dr. Shane. I gave you a situation and I gave you a solution. I want you to experiment it, and I want you to come back and type in the browser what that was like for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Dr. Shane, I'm in the Situation Room Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I look forward to seeing you all at noon. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.